Hi everybody, welcome to Northern Fell Running.
And today we are doing a kit video, not because we are experts by any stretch of the imagination, I'm sure.
Yeah, let's make that really clear.
Yeah, but we do get asked quite a lot what kit we use when we go running.
So we brought it all.
This is just our own personal preferences. Other preferences are available. So the race does have a mandatory kit list that you do have to adhere to, otherwise you will not be able to run. So start with a bag. Last year I used one of these, 8 litre Solomon, I think it's called a Hydro Vest, isn't it? Which was fine, it had enough space in it, but it was sort of like bursting at the seams and it has seen a few miles now. So this year I am upgrading, courtesy of the Montane shop.
Nice.
So this is a 12 litre
Gecko.
Narwhal Blue Gecko.
I think that's the same as mine. Let's have a look over here. Yep. Gecko.
Yours is the size of a British Army Bergen though, you know?
Yeah, mine's a very large pack, which is fine.
Bag to put said stuff in. Now for the stuff.
So we've printed off the list. Lee's just going to run through what we need.
Item 1, emergency clothing, dry clothing, which is packed in a waterproof bag within the race pack. For emergencies only, bottoms and top. Clothing for racing in. If you get into difficulty in this event, it could be a few hours before we get to you. So, changing clothes to climb into your emergency shelter, stroke survival bag, which we'll show you in a minute, is needed. So, what I put in last year, thin, it's just like a step up from a base layer, so a thin top, and some girly leggings like Graham likes to wear all the time. It's because it doesn't take up that much space, it fits all the requirements.
And they're light.
You can pack it up really, really small because space is an issue. So there we go, item 1. Item 2, mobile phone, fully charged. Item 3 is a map of the route. You will be supplied this on waterproof paper at the start of registration.
But you're also going to need
compass. Item 5, which is water carrying capabilities. Water bottles or bladder.
I think we've got both, haven't we?
Graham uses both.
Yep.
I tend to just use a bladder. Because
bottle.
I find these things, when they're in the front here, they're fine when they're full. But as soon as you start drinking on them, they tend to slop out like that, for me anyway.
I also prefer this longer straw. It sticks out.
Item 6, which is always a bone of contention with some people, is waterproofs, waterproof jacket and waterproof trousers. Before I show you them, people always whinge about waterproof trousers, right? And to be honest, I did until I had to use them, right? The first time we did the lap.
Show everybody your waterproof pants, Lee.
First time we did the lap.
Oh, yeah.
These, which are step away from fishermen's oilskins, saved my race. I needed them, and I put them on. I mean, I'm not taking them on the go because they're like way nearly as much as all the rest of the kit combined, but I will never ever whinge about mandatory kit after I actually needed to wear them.
And I'm laughing at Lee, but I didn't wear them, and I got my first DNF.
So there you go. Don't whinge about them, but waterproofs. I use a spine jacket. I've convinced Graham to also buy a spine jacket this year.
Lovely. All of the new Montane gear.
Brilliant bit of kit. I mean, you can get cheaper alternatives, but if you try running 50 odd mile in one of these, you're just going to cook. It's just totally not breathable, cheap, nasty. Still, tape seams, it's acceptable by the rules, but something like that, spend a little bit more if you can. It'll suit you a lot better on this sort of race.
I think if you're going to do a race of this magnitude, you need to take it seriously, don't you?
You do, yeah, which is why I've upgraded from my oilskins to a nice set of Montane waterproof bottles.
Lovely. Well, we should really plug the shop. We're very lucky here in Northumberland. We have the Montane factory shop in Ashington, and you can get some incredible deals. Just show you a couple of, I left the price tags on. For example, my spine jacket would normally retail for £250. There it is for 125. Pants, 65 down to 39. Gloves, 40 down to 28. So you can get some mega savings. The only negative about the shop is that it's not stocked like a normal shop. What you've got in there is repaired items, out of season items, and there's no guarantee what's going to be in the shop when you get there. But that's the only negative. I mean, they've always got loads of stuff in, so it's really worth a look at. I'll put a link down below. So that's the Montane factory shop in Ashington.
So you've got your spare warm upper layer, suitable for weather conditions. It needs to be unworn at the start, so base layer does suffice. Next item is survival bag, not blanket. So
I think the key point of the difference between a bag and a blanket is a blanket can blow off, a bag you can get inside, and that's why race organisers and mountain rescue favour the bag over the blanket.
The bag.
Get a bag.
Then you've got choice of food and emergency rations. Obviously, it's a kit video, we're not going to go into nutrition and stuff like that. Everyone's different. You ask anyone, you'll get different answers. You've got to work out what works for you. You've got to try it. It's the only way to do it. Try it. But yeah, on top of that, you do have to have an emergency rations that is untouched by the time you get to the end, because you might get kit checked on it at the end to see if you've still got it. A head torch.
Now we've got a couple of... This is where we differ greatly. Lee's got an absolutely amazing head torch.
Graham likes to skim on the expensive stuff.
I've got a very cheap little petrol rechargeable.
And I've got a Felix. Well, the difference between these two is this will last for 30 odd hours on low. So I don't need a spare battery, even though that is on the suggested race kit, a spare battery. I do carry one, but I won't need it with this, whereas Graham might need to change his battery by the time it gets round tonight, and he's using it for the second time. So,
yeah, I'm sure I will.
Whistle.
Got the whistle.
Warm hat, or buff, and gloves. Now this is worth talking about a bit. So, gloves can be as simple as this type, you know, like just the normal flimsy material type. But when it gets wet and the wind's on you, your hands are freezing. You can upgrade to some that are like a Gore-Tex material like this, but they're not fully waterproof, and eventually they'll get wet and your hands do get cold. So what I use, and I know a few other people use as well, I'll use normal gloves or gloves like this until the weather conditions get rainy or sleety or snowy or blizzards in this case sometimes. You can buy these sort of things which are again like a Gore-Tex layer, and it goes over the top of whatever glove you've got on around your waterproof jacket, tied tight, and it's just extra protection, and it just keeps you that much more comfortable. And if you're comfortable, you're moving, and you're not going to think about doing anything.
I'll just say something about the Montane gloves. If you're going to buy them online, I tried on this pair of, I got the Via Groove glove. Now I tried a medium on because I thought, you know, I'm not a massive person, just normal size. The mediums were tiny, I've had to buy extra large. So if you're going to buy your gloves and you're just a normal sized guy like me, buy extra large. Right guys, obviously we're looking at equipment today. Now the key component to your success on this race is one of our Northern Fell Running Tech t-shirts. I mean, outstanding piece of equipment. Link down below. Impress your friends, impress your family. Feel free to buy one of these beautiful t-shirts. Bags, hoodies, also available. Link down below.
One more thing to cover, trainers.
Yeah, I've gone for a totally different brand. I have been wearing for the past year a brand called Topo, T-O-P-O. But I've got a very good friend at Start Fitness called Ian Twaddle, very experienced trail runner and fell runner. He has suggested these. They are Ultras. These are the #1 trail shoe in America. So I'm going to give these a whirl. Haven't even worn them yet. They've got the nice big foot area, which I like, which is the same as the Topos. So when you plant your foot down the spread, I know Lee favours the Hocker.
I'm a Hocker man through and through, so I'll be wearing these on the day, and I'll probably put a second set in my second drop bag, I would have said, because yeah, I'll probably be sick of my feet being wet by then, and probably only be dry for another 5 minutes after I get out the aid station, but at least I'll have that 5 minutes.
So Lee, just
if I get that
talking
far.
about drop bags,
Yeah.
gives that camera. You being having already done this race.
Well,
so you've got.
didn't finish
well,
it.
okay, you didn't. But you've got 2 options for your drop bags.
Yeah.
So drop bag at Barrowburn. What would you recommend people put in the drop bag at Barrowburn? You've got 22 miles to cover. You are going to have soaking wet feet by the time you get there. What should you have? What would you change into?
In my drop bag at Barrowburn, I would put some spare socks and a spare top.
Okay.
Minimum.
Wouldn't change trainers there?
No, but I mean, if you're Sean Kelly and you've got like millions of pairs of trainers, it doesn't hurt you to put in. I mean, you're not going to have a hold all there, but if you have a small day pack at each one, they don't want you to have massive packs, but if you have a small day pack at each one, you can put enough in to know that you're going to be covered no matter how you feel when you get there, you know.
Okay, so checkpoint 2 at Bleak Hope.
Yeah.
You've crossed Cheviot, you've crossed that awful bog field on the way to Bloody Bush Edge. What are you going to pack at checkpoint 2?
Again, I'm going to have spare clothes in there. Probably socks.
Because your feet are going to be wet again.
I'm going to have a spare pair of trainers there. Again, I might not use them. I might be good. I might feel comfortable, but they're there if I need them.
Okay, guys. So that's a wrap. We just wanted to show you what we are doing. As Lee has already pointed out, you do you.
Yeah. This is what works for us.
Yeah.
Stick to the kit list. If you've got everything on the kit list, you're good.
Absolutely. Don't try and scrimp on it.
Yeah.
I've certainly fell foul to it. Lee nearly fell foul to it.
And buy good quality gear.
Yeah.
If you can.
Thanks for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for Recce Video 2, which we are going to be out filming on Sunday.
Yeah.
On the back end of Storm Babette. So we'll see what carnage she has left us.
Or we might be testing some of this gear. So.
See what the bogs are like. Because we've got the worst bit to come up. So hope you can stick around for that. Thanks for watching this. Don't forget to press the like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the next video.
See you later.
Right.
The most important bit of kit.
Oh my God. You actually went for that big reveal there, didn't you? I'm with stupid.
All the time.
Unbelievable.